Shade, Oyana. Ó ti pẹ́ tí mo ti ń bá ẹ sọ̀rọ̀, ó ti pẹ́ tí mo ti ń tó sí ẹ ò Shade. Ọjọ́ ń lọ, ọ̀sẹ̀ tó lọ mo pé tá a ti Shade. I dey beg you say make you marry me, you tell me say you no ready, hold the job. Ọmọge dákun gbọ́ tèmi, jọ̀wọ́ má jẹ́ kí n lọ́kọ ní tí o. I love you die, I need you die, baby mi jọ, please come be my wife. Lole, mommy me rate your mom, marry me oh baby, baba me rate your mom. You know I love you, ọmọge wá fẹ́ mi. Jẹ́ n gbé ẹ lọlé, mommy me rate your mom, marry me oh baby, baba me rate your mom. You know I love you, ọmọge wá fẹ́ mi. I need you, girl. You say you need some time, but time me no day, girl. Answer me on time. I dey beg you say make you follow me. You tell me say you no love me, hold the door. Ọmọge dákun ṣe tèmi, jọ̀wọ́ má jẹ́ kí n lọ́kọ ní tí o. I love you, die. I need you, die. Baby, me go. Please come be my wife. Then be lolly, mommy me rate your mom, marry me oh baby, baba me rate your mom. You know I love you, ọmọge wá fẹ́ mi. Baba mi rate your mom. You know I love you, ọmọge wá fẹ́ mi. Wọ́n rate your mom, àní wọ́n rate your mom. Wọ́n rate your mom.
To spoil my mother, I want to shower your blessings, Father, I want to hammer, I want to spoil my mother, I want to shower your blessings, shower.
Throw back the tele,
See they show me pepe. See they call me Tete. No be Kanye Tete. As I done they collect. See they one day connect. And without it Thomas. Like his sister comfort. Oluwa, shower your blessings on me. Blessings on me. Yo, yo.
All right, a beautiful morning to you all out there. How are you doing? Hope you're good. Thank God it's Friday. Yes, and to all our Muslim brothers and sisters, I say Jumat Mubarak. And today is Women's Day. Happy Women International Day. Yes, to all those women that never gave up, to all those women that kept on pushing and pushing and pushing, to all the single mothers out there, to all the women that are making sure they ends meet at the end of the day, to all the struggling women out there, I say Happy Women's Day to you. I tell you, we are celebrating today. Sorry, someone is distracting me there though. All right, today is Women's Day, and I say Happy Women's Day to everyone out there, to every woman. I'm not a feminist, but I know when it comes to women, I tell you, we are good. We are so. In fact, we are precious. The guys out there needs to treat us in a queen way, in a queen like. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's not easy to be a woman. It's not easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy. The men are there, the guys are always there, the men are always there financially, love everything, they are there. But when it comes to the real thing that makes a home is the woman. And making a home is not easy. So to all women out there today, I celebrate you, especially to all single mothers out there, to the women that never gave up, even at the verge of breaking down. They still held their head high and like, no, I am going to achieve it, I'm going to get it. I say congratulations to you. Happy Women's Day to you. And that's why I have a woman in the house with me this morning. Maybe she's even the first. Oh no, she's not the first female guest on my show. She's not the first, but she's in the house, and I'm not going to let her out now. You know how I do it. I have to project a profile so that you can know the worth of who I have in the house. All right, yes, to our top stories. Yes, as Christian begins their fast, they have been advised to fast in love, steadfastness, and peace. And this season you have to forgive. This is the season of forgiveness. We all need to forgive. And again, for all Christians out there, 6th of March was Ash Wednesday, 14th of April, Palm Wednesday, 19th of April, Good Friday, 21st of April, Easter Sunday, and 22nd of April, Easter Monday. You should keep that day, because some people, they stay asking me on social media that Tessy, what's up? When is Easter Sunday? When is Easter Monday? So that is why I just have to do this. All right, again, to all tomorrow, tomorrow you all have to go out there and vote. Yes, tomorrow go and vote. Go out there and choose your choice. No vote buying, no vote toggery, no vote rigging. And the people that are guiding those ballot boxes, if you do anyhow, they're going to mix you up. So don't let them mix you up. You know what I'm talking about. All right, now again, the Yorubas have been advised to see the Igbo people as their neighbor. Yes, we need to. You see, one thing is peace is cheap, but war is expensive. That is it. All we need is peace. We need a peaceful election. Once the winner is declared, please and please and please, even during the vote exercise, the election exercise, please, all we need is peace. All these people losing their lives because of someone, you are losing your life because of people that don't even know you. I keep wondering that why are people like this? All we need is peace. Tomorrow we need a peaceful election, a free, fair and credible election. That is what we're asking for. We need peace, because peace is very, very cheap. But I tell you, if you keep chanting the songs of war, if you keep chanting war songs, war is very, very expensive. Not financially alone, but you're going to lose a lot of things. You're going to lose your loved ones, and at the end of the day, you might end up surviving and you seeing what you're not meant to say. So I think that's how far I can go, because time is not a friend of ours today. What I just have to do immediately now is just to so now just to launch my guest. But before I launch my guest, I have a message for the women. I'll be back after the break.
MS.Morenike was admitted to the Nigerian bar in 2010 after her education at the Lagos State University. She thereafter had a stint in the oil and gas industry at the legal unit of the Department of Petroleum Resources, where she spent a year, and immediately afterwards she joined the corporate and commercial unit of the Law Union, a law firm of barristers, solicitors, and notaries public. Whilst at the Law Union, she honored her skills in corporate and commercial law practice and was part of the defense team in one of the biggest arbitration cases in Nigeria. Acquired considerable experience in arbitration, negotiation, provided several legal advisory services to corporations, multinationals and individuals alike, and also concluded several commercial contracts. She has written several articles and published a legal paper in the Business Day newspaper of the 10th of July of 2013. Morenike continued to seek new challenges, and currently she drives the private trust business as the head of the private trust unit of LEADWAY Trust Limited, one of the foremost trust companies in Nigeria, is a member of the Nigerian Bar Association.
All right, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. It's so good to have you.
It's good to be here.
All right. So yes, that's the profile. We've projected your profile though. Let's quickly have a brief about you.
Okay. My name is Morenike Akinwande Tomori, and I'm currently at the private trust unit of LEADWAY Capital and Trust, a position I've held for close to 5 years now.
Okay, so I don't need to ask you what is your role in LEADWAY and Trust Limited, since you're the head
of the private trust unit.
Of the private trust unit. Okay, so how long has LEADWAY Capital been in the world? Okay, now there's something we want to talk about. All right, don't let me push it too much. The last time I was at your event, there's this product that you just unveiled in the market. That's the wheel. I will. Yes, I can remember. I will. You know, and okay, is it my right palm or my left palm?
Right hand.
My right hand. Okay.
Like I'm having a pledge.
Like I'm having a pledge. Like I'm making a pledge. Like I will. All right. So now I will. I keep wondering. I will. The normal I will is I will do it. I will do this, I will do that, I will do this. I want you to tell us what I will is all about.
Okay. I will is a digital product.
Okay.
And what it does is it enables you go online. It's an application. Enables you go online and completes the process of having your will written.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can do this by logging onto our website, www.leadwaycapital.com.
Okay.
And you register and you start up the process. It is different from the traditional way of
writing your will.
Going to a lawyer.
Okay.
And you know.
Then after the whole thing, they're going to say the lawyer has done something with the will, or has done something to the will. The families will start saying stuff like that. The will is safer with you people. Or I don't get it, because there's always a will before.
Not exactly.
You understand?
I
okay, now.
Say that
all right.
I'm a lawyer.
Okay, all right, please.
I wouldn't say that. What I would say is that we've just made the process simpler. We've made it more accessible to Nigerians, and it's a digital world right now. Okay. So that's why it's a digital product, and you don't have to visit anybody's office. So from your space, whatever space you are in, at any point in time, so long as you have data, internet. Yes, you can just log in with your phone, your iPad, any of your mobile devices, and start the process. So once you start the process and you put in your information, we get the information in our office, and then we draft your will. The information you provide will enable us draft your will for you. So it just makes it more accessible, more affordable. That is very important. More affordable for Nigerians.
For Nigerians. Okay, so is it a must that as a Nigerian or as a normal human being I must have a will? As a woman, must I have a will?
Okay.
Even if I'm not a woman, at least as a man, must I have a will? I will.
We are talking about wills today, but I don't want us to. A will is just an aspect of estate planning. Okay. And estate planning is not real estate. Estate planning is the process of putting your assets, everything you own, regardless of what it is, whether it is cash, whether it is land, whether there are houses that you own, things you own, your asset, things you own in your name or in your capacity, is the process of putting it together in a document and dictating who they will go to when you're no longer around. And we know that tomorrow is not promised.
Tomorrow is not promised,
promised of today. In fact, this moment, the next moment isn't promised either. Yes, so it just gives you the process. It gives you the ability to put that process in place.
Okay, so now as a lawyer that you are, when you tell me that, like you coming to me like as a client that, Tessy, you need to write your will, the first thing that crossed my mind is, do you want to kill me? Do you want me dead? So how is it easier for you people to be able to convince your clients that they need to write a will? Because I've never even thought of writing a will. I'm serious. No, for real. I don't even have a will. Because I think I'm too young to have a will.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know, people watching right now too might be wondering that I'm just 20-something, I'm 30-something, I'm still in my early 40s. Why should I have a will?
It's interesting, and I'm not surprised because this is just one of the challenges we face when we talk to people about the process of writing a will or even having an estate plan in place. An estate plan, like I was trying to say the other time, is not only about will writing, it also involves trusts. So you can decide that, because of my family structure, I don't want to write a will, I'd rather write a trust. But our focus for this conversation today is will writing. So long as you're aged 18, young adult, you can write a will. You can write a will. Yes. So I have a will, but don't worry. I'm not dying anytime soon. And I've also had to redraft my will. Your will. So once you write a will today, doesn't mean that's the end. The lawyers call it an ambulatory document. Means it can always move. It can change. You can revise it. You can destroy it and rewrite another one. So if you're a single woman and you have a will now, once you get married, it's advised that you redraft the document. Even if I don't have properties? You have a pension account. I have. You have a pension account. So it's good that you just answered that, because the pension law, the law that governs the pension industry at the moment, the Section 8 of it says that if you are a contributor in the pension scheme, then if you're no longer around, your beneficiaries cannot access the funds in the pension accounts except they come with a will document or a letter of administration. And getting a letter of administration is very difficult. That's the reality. Getting a letter of administration is very difficult. It's more expensive. It's more time consuming. Meanwhile, having a will is easier, because get your will done, document your pension details, if that's the only asset you have. If you have other bank accounts, because the law also, the same law governs it, not the Pension Reform Act. But if you have a bank account with maybe, for example, XYZ Bank, and you're no longer around, your beneficiaries cannot just go to the bank and say, oh, my mom has funds in this account, so I want to get it. They have to come with a will or a letter of administration. So it's advisable to have a will. So you don't need to wait till you have a lot of assets, and that's one of the mindsets we're trying to change in our country today. Now you don't have to wait till you have a lot of money. You don't have to wait till you have a lot of assets. You can start from where you're at, and as you progress, as you acquire more assets, you can always update your document. So what you help people to is to help them to write out their will. Yes, help them document it. Okay, so what stands you out from all the lawyers? What stand out LEADWAY from all the lawyers? Because it's just easy for me to walk into any law firm and tell them I want to write a will. I want them to help me document my will, just like you said in your word. So what stands you out? Well, we are an organization, so there's a structure in place, there are processes in place, and it's not just a one-man business, for starters. Number two is that we've made it more accessible to Nigerians. So wherever you are in the world today, should you decide to write a will, just as long as you have internet and data, you can just log on to the website, www.leadwaycapital.com, and then you are able to complete that process. So under the will process, under the will documentation, you said it's I will. We call it I will. It's we have two categories of the iWill product.
Okay.
So the iWill product is just the platform, the digital application that enables you write a will.
Okay.
But under it, we have 2 categories.
Okay.
We have a simple will and we have a simple will plus. So that will answer your question. I'm going to explain that.
Okay.
That will answer your question about, I don't have so much yet.
Okay.
So for example, your simple will accommodates the assets in your pension account and also accommodates the assets in your personal bank account. So those categories of cash assets alone. Meanwhile, your simple will plus accommodates all your assets, including the assets in your pension account and the assets in your personal bank account. So you would include land, you include treasury bills, you give further instructions to your beneficiaries, you are able to appoint a guardian, you're able to do so many things. So it's more embracing of your assets than the simple will. And also the prices vary. So the simple will costs a little lower than the simple will plus.
All right.
Expectedly.
All right. But this service, how affordable is it?
Very affordable, amazingly affordable.
Okay.
Amazingly affordable.
Okay.
Very affordable. And the payment system is also affordable.
Affordable.
Yes, you can pay online.
Okay.
You can walk into a designated bank to pay. You can also walk into our office to make payments.
Okay.
And even if you don't want to pay at once, we can look at you, talk to you, and we can put a structure in place. So you can also pay in installments. That's how affordable.
All right, Morenike, I think with all you said this morning, you've been able to convince me, not to confuse me, that I will.
Yes, I will. Most importantly, we also want to balance the narrative that it's not just a man. Men are always the providers.
The providers,
women, and today's International Women's Day.
So I want you to address the women before we wrap up this segment.
Amazing things out there. Women are working. Women are earning money, and women are there's so many women that are successful out there. I'm one, and I have a will. So I'm enjoining women all together in the world today, in Nigeria today, that please do not leave that duty to the man alone. Please step out there, come forward, and write a will.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, you can if you want to.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So you can also call us. You can call us. Viewers out there can call us on 28012801420. They can log on to Instagram because we're also educating the public. They can log on to Instagram at LEADWAY Capital. They can look at our LinkedIn page. They can LEADWAY Capital as well on LinkedIn. They can go on Facebook, LEADWAY Capital, and just learn the process of writing a will, what it entails, what you need to know, how much do I need to have to write a will.
Okay. All right, your LinkedIn address is LEADWAY Capital and Trust, right?
LEADWAY Capital and Trust. I apologize for that.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. We'll be back after this break. Don't touch that dial. I'll be back.
My heart is racing, I can't breathe, don't know what I'm gonna do. How until you say me, I gotta use this and easy. I wanna be your lady, yeah. But you think of me as a friend, honey, you gotta know this. Boy, please consider me, you can count on me, 'cause my love is for real. Baby boy, this is how I feel. Please don't get it twisted. What am I about to say? I know you're good, but can I be your girl for a minute? Your girl for a minute. Your girl for a minute.
Jesus Pastor. All right, welcome back to Still Pitch Talk with Teresa Adeyemi. Yes, and you know that's how we do it every Friday. We just say it the way it is. All right, this Friday night I have a bishop in the house with me this morning. Yes, you know this is the Lent period for Christians. I don't know, some people believe in it, while some people don't believe in it. Some churches believe in it, while some churches don't believe in it. Some people will say they fast before the day. Some people will fast during the Lent period. Some people will say 7 days to the end of the Lent period, of the fasting period. That's when they are going to join in the fast. And I keep wondering, why is it like that? Because when you look at Muslims, once they start their fast, everyone is fasting. But Christians of nowadays, we Christians, some people will just come out with their own laws, and I keep confused, and it gets me confused that what is really written in the Bible. And this morning we'll be talking about that. Actually, I would have loved to have two pastors on site, because everybody with their own perspective, we explain what they understand and how they understand it. But it's just that I have my bishop on set this morning, and I'm so glad to have you here. So thanks for coming, sir.
God bless you.
All right, thank you, Bishop. This is Bishop Thony Anthony in the house with me this morning, and we'll be looking at biblical fasting. That's Bishop Dr. Thony Anthony. We'll be looking at biblical fasting. But before we start, I think some people need to understand the meaning of fast. What is the meaning of fast, sir?
That should be the basic factor, because when a purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. Actually, fasting biblically is a time when the flesh is modified and inordinate affections are checked. So it draws you closer to God. It's a period of sober reflection, a period of letting go some certain things that gives you peace, joy, just to see yourself drawn closer to your Maker. And there are so many instances in the Bible where nations have fasted, where a nation is declared fast unto God to seek the face of God and to get themselves reconciled to their Maker. So it's always a time where there is this relationship of reconciliation, and the flesh is being modified and inordinate affections are being rolled away. So fasting is actually a relationship between you and your Maker, and a reconciliation period to draw you closer to the God who created you. So it all depends on how you want to fast. There are so many ways people fast biblically, but what we are actually talking about here is how Christians fast. So there's no law that says a Christian must fast.
Okay.
There's no law. It's a personal relationship that has to do with you
and your God.
So you're talking about the Lenten period at the moment where we started the Ash Wednesday. Now we have different denominations in Christendom, and a lot of beliefs have been laid down as foundation from beginning according to whoever that founded the vision. So that now talking about the Ash Wednesday, we all know is traceable to the Orthodox worship, which has to do with the Catholic doctrine. Yes, it's a doctrine that has to do with the Catholic doctrine. So from the Catholic doctrine, we grew up to meet this Ash Wednesday that has to do with 40 days fasting prior when Jesus will die on Good Friday and then resurrect on Easter Sunday. Yes. So it has to do with belief. You know, it has to do with belief. You made mention of people who fast for 7 days. Some do 21 days. It has to do with your belief on how you really want to make your fast. If I fast for 1 day and God accepts and is working for me, it's not a reason that I must impose it on you to fast for 1 day. So it must be something that has to do with your belief, with your Maker. What works for you most times might not work for me. But I want to draw one fact here, that there are so many people who indulge on fasting, thinking fasting gives power. As a Christian, fasting doesn't give you power. What gives you power is the faith you anchor in the Word of God and in the name of your Creator. If you develop stomach ulcer and you die during fasting, you have no place in heaven. you have no place in heaven.
I just hope someone is watching
you have
this.
No place
I really
in
need
heaven.
someone to
so
watch.
We have a lot of people who wants power by all means. You see them deny themselves, they abstain themselves from some certain food just because they are looking for power. Fasting will only draw you closer to God. It will only make you hear God. It will only make you leave some excesses, some things that God is speaking against. So that is just the main factor and the reason behind fasting. It's just a period of waiting upon the Lord. Waiting upon the Lord. And most times it is good when waiting, you wait well. You don't wait because everybody is waiting. There is no waiting time that is wasted. Now, Daniel decided to fast for 21 days. When you take your time to read Daniel chapter 10, he said he's going to wait upon God because there was something he needed clearance about. And he started that fasting. And the Bible said the Spirit of God took him by the bank of river Hiddekel. And right there, a hand touched him, and he perceived that that hand was the hand of the Creator. But he continued his fast. Why? Because that was not the reason why he fasted.
He fasted.
So many people, when they get signed at the course of fasting, you must remember that you have an agreement. Like if you tell God, God, I'm waiting upon you for you to do this, and I've decided for 3 days I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do this until I see you. Most times God wouldn't answer you in those 3 days, but the fact that you saw a sign on the second day should not make you break your fast. You should complete it because it's an agreement. Amos 3 verse 3, the Bible says 2 cannot walk except they agree. So fasting has to do with a personal conviction of mindset and belief towards the reason why you are fasting and towards the Creator whom you are fasting unto. It's not an imposement upon man. It must not be enforced. Sometimes you see parents, they declare fasting in the church. Nobody is sitting in this house. Close the kitchen. Like my dad used to be like that. And before you know it, most of us that got this imposement will pass behind and start eating. You just made a fool out of yourself. You just mocked yourself and mocked your Creator. Sometimes you say, okay, we're not taking water today. Nobody is taking water. Nobody is taking food till 12 in the afternoon. And you see us when we go to brush. My brother used to adjust the work clock. Sometimes when we brush in our mouth, you see us take one full cup of water and say, God, don't catch daddy today. So it should not be, it should be something you made up your mind. Something that comes out. Yes, it's not be a willing thing. And God answers such kind of fasting. So, but not the type
Bishop,
that is
can I ask this?
Yes.
Because, okay, just with your explanation now, like the Christians fasting now. So is it a must that one joins in the fast, or I don't understand?
Yes, I wouldn't say it's a must, but most times from our Christian teachings we were made to understand that when there is a general revelation which is not having a biblical backup, a general revelation, like now the general overseer comes to the church and said, God spoke to me that all of us should fast between so time and so time because of a danger that is coming. Now that is a general declaration of fasting because of the vision of the visioneer. And now when you believe in your vision, you believe in the visioneer, you must have to obey. It was not you God spoke to, he spoke to the father of faith that you are looking up to. 2 Chronicles 20:20, believe your prophet and prosper. Believe the word of God and be established. So this scripture, so all you need to do is, oh, Papa has seen this, I just need to fast too, so that what he saw will not happen. So since you're under his covering, you're under his coverage, you have no reason not to join in the fasting. Did you understand now? Yes. So when there is such kind of an announcement, you have no choice than to join. But most times, always remember, if you have health issues, you have to go back to your pastor and tell him, Papa, I have health issues, because wisdom is profitable to direction. So you don't begin to fast when you know you have very serious duodenal stomach ulcer, where you need food to be able to keep yourself okay. So you don't go start adding fasting to that. You will increase the wound in the womb. You need wisdom. Proverbs chapter 4:18. Wisdom is a principal thing, and in all thy getting, get wisdom and get understanding. So you meet him and say, Papa, please exempt me or reduce my own time. And then by grace, we're in the dispensation of grace. He will say, okay, your own is understood. Or a woman who is pregnant because he has to obey his prophet, and they start telling him to fast between 6 to 6. You understand? All those kind of things are traceable to things that can bring medical issues, and it can result to something else. That's why the man whom I looked up to, who taught me really how to fast, told me, any day I declare fasting and you fall sick while fasting, don't go to the hospital. Run to me who declared the fasting. If the fasting truly is of God, the God who gave me that revelation will definitely take control of your situation. So it must not be a must. It must be this pattern. I remember every first month of the year, like in our church, we do a fasting, which every church does. You know, some churches even do 40 days. 40 days. Yes, some general overseers
do 90 days.
40 days. Some do 90 days. 90 days. Depends on how their own vision runs. Habakkuk chapter 2. When you read 2, 3, 4, the Bible says the vision is yet for an appointed time. It says, stand and write this vision down. Let it run to him that readeth. Though it tarries, he said, wait for it. Wait for it. So that waiting upon the vision is what fasting is all about. But it must not be speculated period of time. It is, if not, it might weaken some people's faith. Like some prophet and some pastors will impose it even with a law and a threat. If you don't fast, if you don't join in this fasting, you will not prosper this year. You know, that thing brings you fear. Of the unknown. You wake up, the enzymes are reacting, all the hormones need food, the worms are crying, oh God, give me food. And before you know it, you become weak, you can't go to work, you get a query. You understand? All the pastor will tell you is an attack. It's an attack. It's an attack. It's not basically all that is an attack. You should know where your strength ends. You should know where your strength carries you. The body as you grow older begins to get weaker. You understand? When you were 30, 25, you can run marathon 31 days. Like I started, I've done 40 days.
My mom is watching this.
I've done 40 days before.
I'm telling you, I wish she's watching.
40 dry. That was then. You don't expect me at my age now to start doing 40 days. You know, it's not as if I won't do it, but I'm getting older now, and my body system wouldn't function the way it used to function before. And when you are fasting, don't keep a gloomy face. Don't show everybody you are fasting. Some people, when you see them, their face, they are frowning, you greet them. You have you see her face as if he's fighting with somebody. And some people, when you ask them, why is your face like this, they will tell you, don't you know I am fasting? You are already spoiling your fast because you are not fasting to man, you are fasting to God.
Alright, Pastor, we have to go, but tomorrow is election day, governorship election in our country. So what message do you have to give the people?
The message of peace. He giveth peace that surpasses men's understanding. There is no election that is worth taking somebody's life. Like in our ministry, I told them that the state I fear most in the gubernatorial election is Lagos State. I fear most. When God showed me this revelation, I even had to meet some stakeholders, and I was able to like counsel them and speak to them so that we don't need to shed blood. Innocent people don't need to die because somebody has to be elected. Let us all go out tomorrow and exercise our franchise. Let's vote. Let's remember that we are voting our conscience and our future. And the Lord will give us a peaceful election tomorrow. In Jesus' name.
Amen. All right. Thanks, Bishop. Thanks for coming. It's time for me to go. Time is not always a friend of mine. But all right now, it's time for me to go. It's not just it's time for me to go. All right, you go to yourself till I come your way again. I'm going to leave you with a joke of the day. You know I would do it. I'm going to leave you with that. It's a bye-bye from my end.
on me. Yo, yo. Bada, bada, I want to, I'm a hammer. I want to spoil my mother. I want to shower your blessings. Bada, bada, I want to, I want to spoil my mother. I want to shower your blessings. Temple for the Twitter, steady commenting on Insta. Ole bow, them start to the beef fam. As I see the para, I find the love in my guitars, yeah. Baba Science, yeah. Like you know, use my matter, play show back to the tele. This kind thing on the shell, I know feet take, I'm dead. I won't score goal like you belle. I said tele, this kind thing start to the shell. I know feet take, I'm dead. I won't score goal like you Cristiano Ronaldo.